Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On today's episode of General Hospital, Molly and Christina argue about Jason, Brooke Lynn and Diane pay Jason a visit, and Jake and Danny argue about their father. Sam arrives in the PCPD interrogation room to see Jason. He responds, "No," when she asks if he shot Dante. She accepts him, but Jason claims there's more, and it has to do with Danny. After being shot, Jason says he hid out at the boathouse, where Danny found him and assisted him. Why Danny didn't tell Sam this, Sam wonders. Danny was instructed not to do so by Jason. Sam is enraged, accusing Danny of being raised primarily by her alone, and asking him to tell their son to lie to her when he doesn't get to just appear out of nowhere and become a parent. Sam screams that Danny might face federal charges for aiding Jason, who is wanted by the law. She bellows for him to speak, demanding, "Prove to me that I'm correct." Jason concedes that she's right. Sam tells him to avoid Danny, calling him a threat to their son. After Sam departs, Diane comes in and asks if he can provide her any proof that he didn't shoot Dante. Jason says, "I can't." Diane forewarns him that the worst that can happen if Don dies is murder. He'll be incarcerated for the remainder of his life. Although he might be challenging, she said he is her favorite client, and she would hate to see him imprisoned for an unrelated offense. If he thinks of anything she can do to aid him, she adds he has her number. Jason visits Brooke Lynn next, and he inquires as to her reason for being here. Monica requested her to come and give him this, according to Brooke Lynn. She hands him an envelope. Jason inquires as to Monica's health. Brooke Lynn adds that she will not be present at the arraignment because she fell on the ice driveway during the holidays, picked up a bug at the hospital, and was advised not to push herself. Jason reads the letter and it says, "I love you, Mom. I believe in you." The arraignment is about to begin when Brooke Lynn gets the notice that she must leave. Brooke Lynn hopes Jason has luck. He begs Brooke Lynn to tell Monica that he loves her and is sorry, his eyes welling with sorrow. When Anna chats to Portia on the phone about Dante in her workplace, nothing changes. When Dex shows up to visit Anna, he believes she is there to pursue a case against Sonny. He is prepared to assist in any way. "Even if it costs you your life?" inquires Anna. Before he even entered the stand, according to Anna, Sonny would have known he was going to testify. "I don't want him to testify," says Anna. "What is he doing here?" Dex wonders. If he works for Anna at the PCP, she will have a method to make sure he is safe. Having been employed by Sonny's gang and nearly killing an elderly man on his orders, Dex is taken aback by Anna's proposal. Anna is aware of this, and when Laura first gave her the job, she thought that her past disqualified her. However, the best police officers learn from their mistakes, and his past is an asset to the team. Dex reassures her that he is still standing, and that he was in the military, but Anna points out that he has visited the station twice in the last 4 days, so Sonny might already be suspicious. Anna thinks that if he wants to stay in town, the PCPD might be able to provide him with some cover. He promises to give it some thought. She warns him not to ponder too long because time is not on his side as he prepares to go. After leaving, Anna comes back carrying coffee. Finding Robert at her office surprises her. He claims he came to acknowledge his cowardice. Normally, Robert explains he would protest during Jason's arraignment, but he is letting Molly handle it instead. "So you don't look dirty in Robin's eyes?" asks Anna. He attests to it. Anna agrees with him to remove the choice, but she also wishes she hadn't had to look into Jason. Jake discovers Danny in the Quatermain boathouse, where he is searching. Jake says that Aiden and he came because their mother felt that they should all be together for the arraignment, which should end soon after it's shown that Jason shot Dante. Danny queries whether he hasn't thought that their father is innocent. Naturally, Jake admits his culpability. He fled, gave the impression that he was dead, and then returned to shoot Dante. As Jake and Danny are still arguing, Aiden arrives and begs them to stop fighting. Jake questions why Danny isn't upset with Dad as he seems to be indifferent to Dante and Rocco. Danny queries why he isn't extending a helping hand to their father. Danny slaps Jake after he claims he doesn't deserve it. Aiden intervenes when Jake retaliates. Jake turns and leaves, saying he can't do this. After apologizing to Danny, Aiden goes in search of his brother. When Sam gets there later, he finds out that Danny and Jake had a fight. Danny says Jake persisted in claiming Dad was at fault. Samantha recently saw Jason, and while she knows he helped him, he will never act in such a way again. Danny clarifies that he only purchased a first aid pack for his father. Sam claims that Jason urged her to lie to his own mother and got him involved in harboring a wanted man. The trust between Sam and Jason has been shattered, and she finds it hard to believe she would ever say this. Danny receives a cold compress for his head from Sam. Sam responds that Dante is unchanged when Danny inquires about him. Sam responds, "Of course he does. Why would he doubt that?" Danny hopes Dan understands how much he loves him. Danny merely wanted to confirm. Sam explains to her kid that she is very sad he is experiencing these emotions, that they have each other, and that he will never have to see his father. As they embrace, Danny is conflicted. Joss is seated outside the courtroom when Trina discovers her. Since she wasn't at the dorm, she assumed she would be here. As they sit down together, Trina tells Joss that she came in today to help. She apologizes for what happened the other day, but Joss also extends her regrets for her actions. Trina claims that her attitude wasn't limited to Jason. She is still struggling to understand how Jason was able to return when Spencer was still missing. She hopes to hear from Spencer's family every day that he is still alive. Joss is aware that experiencing that kind of grief can be overwhelming, but she will overcome it. She'll grin instead than cry when she thinks back on Spencer one day. Trina doesn't know how it's possible to miss someone, yet she misses him so terribly. She also feels as though she has vanished. Joss assures her that although she has lost her way, she will eventually find her way and that she will get through this. Joss inquires about her Parisian experiences with Spencer. According to Trina, that was her happiest moment ever. Joss observes that Paris is the most romantic place on earth. More than that, according to Trina, she felt more like herself with him than she had ever felt. Joss is appreciative that she was able to spend that unique time with him. They give hugs. Joss is asked about Dex by Trina. Joss claims that since breaking up with him, she hasn't spoken to him. Trina surmises that this is related to Dex's employment with Sunny. Joss affirms it, but he is unable to elaborate further without jeopardizing him. Joss believes she never truly got to know Dex. Trina doesn't have anything better to do, so Joss tells her she's okay and doesn't need to remain. Trina changes her mind and decides to leave when Dex shows up. Joss queries Dex's purpose for being here. Dex claims he was at a meeting. She queries with whom. Dex sidesteps and inquires if she received his messages, which she did. Why is he still here when she believed he was heading out of town? Dex has been given a reason to stay, and he apologizes for disappointing her. Christina assists Molly in picking up several papers that she dropped in court. Being the father of Danny and the ex-partner of Sam, Molly is a bundle of anxiety and doesn't know how she can portray Jason as a murderer. According to Christina, her father thinks Jason is guilty, and that if the police hadn't thought Jason done it, he wouldn't have been accused. Molly emphasizes that Jason is innocent unless and until proven guilty, and that there is proof that another man was involved. Christina was worried that she would be thinking in this manner, but she has to put her emotions aside and focus on her work. Molly is finding it difficult to argue against someone she loves being granted bail, because she already knows this. Christina acknowledges that she should have refrained from speaking and gets to her feet to apologize. It wouldn't really track for her, snarkily says Molly. Molly does question how she got to be so against Jason. Although Christina isn't against Jason, they are unaware of his recent experiences. According to Christina, there is proof that Jason was there in the warehouse, and the fact that her father exposed Jason says a lot. Molly advises her to use caution while discussing this with others, particularly Danny because Jason is his father. Dante, according to Christina, has treated Danny more like a father than Jason. The subject changes, and Molly remembers how one Valentine's Day they decorated Sam and Jason's apartment. Christina recalls that it wasn't Jason's hue and that there was a lot of pink. Molly recalls thinking Jason did something romantic for Sam. It was lovely, but it was also a long time ago, and people evolve, according to Christina. She cautions her sister that the Jason who returned home could not be the same Jason they know. If Christina agrees to think she's got it all wrong, Molly will take it into consideration. Molly informs Christina that returning home is the best course of action at this time because she is concerned about the strain on both her and the child. "Is that an order from Ada Lansing Davis?" inquires Christina. Just as Molly would never give her an order, she is confident that Christina would never endanger the child and would never allow her emotions to get in the way of her profession. With a smile, Christina remarks, "Well argued." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.